Hi there, Aquarius. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl, and we're looking at October 24th through the 30th. In olden times, map makers would chart out areas on maps that they felt were dangerous for people and mark it with "Here be dragons." Well, I don't know if that happens anymore. I just think they would put, "Do not enter" or caution tape around it. But in true Game of Thrones trilogy type talk, let's just say that the dragons this week are out there and they're pretty loud and proud. The Scorpio power mode of last week continues when Mercury, the communicator, enters Scorpio on Monday, October 24th, hooking up with the Sun on Wednesday, October 27th, making a superior conjunction, which can be a dangerous sign because communication becomes single track and laser beam sharp. Besides fostering sarcasm, Mercury in Scorpio can be fertile soil for mysteries and intrigue, as well as a time for an increase in obsessive compulsive behavior based on things that may have been repressed. Mars, the motivator, squares up against Uranus on Saturday, October 29, the same day as the last Venus-Saturn merger of the year. Because Mars square Uranus is like risky business on steroids, this poses a huge temptation to believe that the only way to live a meaningful life is to experience life on the edge. Now, that's something that as an Aquarian is appealing for many of you, in that you're very individual. You like to march to the beat of your own drum. You don't particularly like too much government control in your life or too much control by anything or anyone. Living a life on the edge, what does that mean to you? I'm not quite sure what it really means in today's world. Does it mean living where there's no Wi-Fi? Does it mean living with very limited funds where you have to get your own food, grow your own vegetables? Does it mean not having running water and electricity? Or does it simply mean not, following the man, not having a 9 to 5 job and living hand to mouth? It could mean all sorts of things to you. And it may seem appealing, and it may be something that some of you have thought long and hard about before. However, before you denounce, the world and all that it stands for and decide to rip up your credit cards and all that good stuff, just understand that that could be a fleeting thought, because the same energies that are seductively thrilling also happen to be unpredictable, volatile, and potentially destructive. This may be time to take a few deep breaths and give this particular dragon a pass, Aquarius. The Venus-Saturn conjunction is in Sagittarius, putting a temporary dampener on those looking for freedom in love, sports, or travel. An intense Scorpio new moon on the 30th rounds out the week by signaling that an ending can also be a new beginning. And for you, that Scorpio new moon and Mercury and the Sun in Scorpio are all transiting your 10th house of career and ambition, making it a time when you will really enjoy your work. And if you're not really enjoying your work, it's a good time to start interviewing and get your resume ready, and maybe live on the edge a little bit by interviewing and going on job interviews while you're still working for whoever it is you're working for. Obviously, discretion is vital. Have a wonderful week. Great speaking to you, and I look forward to speaking to you again next week.